Hi, it's a wonderful time again to be here to give this very short 15-minute presentation. I am always excited because my own personal mission statement is to fulfill God's purpose and be the best version of myself daily as I move from one level of success and value to a greater level of success and value per time, and to contribute positively to the life of those that God has placed on my path. Doing this video once every 2 weeks right now gives me the opportunity to contribute positively to the lives of everyone that comes my path by watching this video. And I am so pumped. I'm excited that you are here today. And I have a story to tell us today. The name of the person I will be talking about today is John Paul DiGioia, who I could just call for short JPD. John Paul DiGioia. It's one of American billionaires. The beauty of stories is the fact that we hear this story at a time when it has either ended or it has advanced to a good stage, so that the time of difficulty has passed, and it helps us to see it when it was rough and what happened thereafter. And that's the beauty of this very story we're going to be looking at. Like I said, JDP, John Paul DiGioia, DeJoria, if you want to Google him, is one of the American billionaires right now, but he went through a very rough time. And I'll be using his story to explain the topic, 3 traits that turn struggles into success. And we're going to pull these traits from his story. His parents divorced at the age of 2, even before he was 2 years old. Life was hard, life was difficult. By the age of 9, he had started, to work, have a job at 9 years old to supplement the income for the mother. As a teenager, he went through very rough seasons. He joined the wrong gang, and he was, messing around one day. And one of the teachers looked at him in the face, and his friend, and he was like, "See these two? They will never amount to anything in life." But he did not let that discourage him. If anything, that became the ginger for him. It became the reason why he must succeed in life. As a teenager, life was rough. He took up a job for $1 each an hour, sweeping the ground in a particular place. But he did it so good. He started learning success habits very early in his life, sweeping the floor so good that even the owner of the place was like, "Wow, this is a great job that he did his best job." Eventually graduated high school, joined the US Navy for 2 years, started selling, knocking on doors to sell. And this was really where he got a lot of lessons and from. He said he would knock 50 doors, he would get rejection. But he learned to be enthusiastic, be persistent, to be as excited as he was on door 1 as on door 51 or door 151 or door 201. And he continued to do this. Fast forward today, he's a billionaire. His assets as of 2015 was listed, I think, about $2.8 billion. He had a vision all along when he was going through all the hardships, and the visions carried him through, and he eventually became a billionaire with his life, despite his rough start beginning from the age of 2 years old. That is the story I have for us today. And personally, I looked into my own life in the last 11 years, and I realized that the 3 core things that we saw in him, that which is going to be the core content for today, is vision, creativity, and persistence. Vision, creativity, and persistence. JDP had a vision all along that I wanted to start my own company. So when he was sweeping the floor as a teenager, that vision was in his head. When he was busy selling at 9 years old, that vision was in his head. When he was knocking doors and was getting rejection after rejection after rejection, that vision was it. So JDP had the vision for him. 2, he had creativity. He was able to create things and move things forward and find solutions, ways to keep things moving forward. And 3, persistence. We saw it knocking doors, hundreds, until he could get to 1 year. He learned all of that growing up, and all of that were the things that eventually formed the foundation of the company he started, that eventually led him to build strong wealth with his life. And personally, looking at my own life in the last 11 years, I realized about 12 years ago, I realized I needed an environment that would enhance my medical practice, enhance my research practice, and also help me to be the best I want to be in terms of publishing and many other things I want to do with my life. I had to transition all the way from Nigeria to the United States, and I had my vision right before me. And that's why at the beginning of this video, I stated my vision statement, and which is to be mission statement, to be the best version of myself and fulfill God's purpose daily as I move from one level of success and value to a greater level of success and value, and to contribute positively to the life of those that God has placed on my path. So this vision was always before me. I say to myself every single morning, and it kept me going. Failing exams, passing exams, difficult situations. The first 5 years in the US was a PhD. Next 2 years was my postdoc. The next 4 years was residency in psychiatry. 11 full years of technically being in school, despite I was already like middle of my life at that time. But these three things kept me going. One, I had a vision. I had my long-term vision, my entire life vision. I have 10-year vision. I have my 5-year vision. I have my 1 month. I have my 1 week. So every single week, I plan my week. I plan my month. I plan my year. I plan the next 5 years. I've planned the next 10 years already. I've planned even the next 50 years of my life. So all of this keeps me going, irrespective of all the challenges that I meet. Just like JDP, I had my own challenges. I had financial challenges, of course, being in school for 11 years at the point when I came in my 30s, what's a lot on our finances, but we kept it moving. We had financial challenges. We had, all manner of kind of challenges, having to sit down, take very difficult examinations, but I kept it moving, and grateful today that at least I've completed that chapter of my life. I've moved on to the next chapter right now. And the next chapter, to have the next 10 years also lined up, planned out on the things I want to do one after the other, including the recently published book, Adapt and Advance, which is 6 months old yesterday. I'm so pumped and excited about it. So the point is, you don't let anything stop you. You keep things moving. You keep things going forward every single day of your life. The core content is vision. Number one, vision. You've got to define what is your mission statement. You've got to define where do you want to end your life. Do you want to start a company like JDP, or like me, you want to be a medical doctor, or whatever it is you want to be a psychiatrist that will be helping people every day. Whatever it is, you need to have a clear vision of where you are going and how you want to get there with your life. Number two is creativity. You've got to find a way to make things work. Things will not always happen the way you want it. There will be little bits of detail every single day. Things you did not plan for will come up all the time. You've got to be creative enough to turn it around and be able to keep moving irrespective of what you are going. And number three is persistence. You don't let discouragement and things not working stop you from moving forward in life. And today I'm picking from my book, Adapt and Advance, page 48. So there's a little bit of this story on page 48 because I pulled it from Dean Graziosi's book, Millionaire Success Habits. He actually started this book with JDP. So I got to know about JDP from Dean Graziosi's book. So it's important for us to make sure we keep things moving forward and make sure we are succeeding in every area of our life. So a few things from page 48 of my book, Adapt and Advance, is John, which is JDP, he focused on where he wanted to go, vision. He focused where he wanted to go. Another thing we said is your past is just a chapter, not the whole book. So JDP had a past. His parent divorced before he was 2 years old. He had a lot of financial challenges. He had to start working at the age of 9. Had to work throughout as a teenager in middle school, in high school to make extra income. Despite that, he did not let all of that stop him. If anything, he used that to work together for his good, to develop habits that eventually helped him to build a $2.8 billion industry in the future. So don't let anything stop you. Keep moving, keep going forward. And I strongly believe things will work forward from you. So my plan principle now. So I always like to use these stories to weave into my map plan principle, which is the sections of my book. M is meaning making. We could realize the attitude of JDP towards his suffering. So even my own personal attitude towards my thing is this too shall pass. I was listening to a book yesterday, and one of the things I had is Abraham Lincoln, the former president of the United States. One of the things he loved to say is this too shall pass. So, it's a good attitude to have towards your person. When problems come to stop you from your vision, from achieving the goals that you have set, you always tell yourself, this too shall come and pass. It has come, it will pass. So that's number one, meaning making. A is action. You've got to put action. We read in JDP's story, he knocked doors until, whether it's number 51 door, number 101 door, he remained enthusiastic and was full of joy. He kept moving because he saw something. he saw something. Like Jesus said, he said, who for the joy, the Bible said, who for the joy that was set above him endured the cross. I'm bringing this in here because it's very important for us to know. When you focus on the joy that is coming on, then you can enjoy any hardness or hardship right now. P is planning. Of course, he kept planning, he kept walking through things. Personally, I plan all the time. I use stickers, to plan and to organize myself, to make sure when I'm busy and I don't have time, when I have thoughts, I catch it on stickers, put it somewhere where I will see it. When I have a few minutes, I could take it back to plug it in into my calendar or the things that I need to do. L is learning, and I would recommend this book if you've not read it, Millionaire Success Habits by Dean Graziosi. That's my recommendation today because we are pulling the story I used from the book, and it might just give you one or two things about something you can do to turn your financial situations around for the better. The other one is MAPL. A is Alliance Formation. You cannot do life alone. You've got to work with people. Of course, JPD also worked with people. Of course, he could not have done everything he achieved on his own alone. Then M is mission statement. I've stated my own personal mission statement. JDP had his own vision to start his own company. Whatever vision you have a mission statement in line with it and continue to work with it. Remind yourself every day. You can post it on your shower, you can wherever on your mirror, wherever you want to post it, where you can see your vision. So that energizes you every day to keep moving forward and don't let anything stop you. And the last one is prayer. I just quoted the Bible verse right now a few minutes ago, a few seconds ago, that Jesus, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross. And that is the Bible verse for this teaching today. So don't focus on the joy that is ahead of you. Don't let that stop you. And today he's seated, in high places. Going through the cross, of course, was a difficult situation for Jesus, but he didn't let that difficult situation stop him or prevent him, because he knowing there's a joy above it that is coming. So the same way, you also know there's a bigger joy coming for you at the end of whatever you are going through. So have that vision. Again, V, vision, C, creativity, and P, persistent. Keep it going. So what is the call to action today? The call to action today is that keep it moving, have your visions clearly written before you, and also make sure that you are creative as you continue to move forward. Make sure you are persistent. Don't give up no matter what. So keep that vision right ahead of you and keep moving towards it. You can change it as you have more knowledge and as you continue to move forward in life. And the second call to action today, which belongs to Adapt and Advance, is we are celebrating 6 months. So, and we're going to have the next 6 months focusing on the 1 year anniversary coming May 13th, 2026. And because of this, we just reduced the price by 50% for the ebook from $2, $1.99 to $1 right now. So what we have today is the call to action as we begin to move towards the 1 year anniversary is get a copy for $1 for a friend. All you need to do is buy it on Amazon, $1, and enter your friend's email and text them, let them know you bought this book for them and that it's a book that is going to transform their lives. The purpose of this book is to transform lives of people in millions all over the world as they read the story, for them to realize that if they use the MAPLAN principle, MAPLANP, meaning making, action, planning, learning, alliance formation, mission statement, and prayers, they can always overcome every challenges that come their way. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm so grateful, pumped, always excited every time I have the opportunity to talk about my book Adapt and Advance and the stories in it, like one of the stories we looked at today. See you at the top. Thank you. Bye.